What's going on, guys? Back again with another one talking about health, wealth, happiness, fitness, getting money, getting success, becoming rich, getting the finer things in life, right? So yeah, the finer things in life. Go ahead and hit a like and subscribe if you're coming on in, man. Or at least you can do is get a video like. But yeah, man, the finer things in life. Anything worth having in this life, anything worth going after, you're going to have to master the art of waiting. You're going to have to master the art of delayed gratification, right? Now, I believe this can be built, but I do believe some people have this inherently inside of them, from birth. They've already done this test, right? The marshmallow test with the kids. I think they were in kindergarten or something like that. And, they said, hey, we'll give you a marshmallow right now, or we will give you 2 in 30 minutes. And all the ones that said they'll wait for the 2 in 30 minutes, they went on to be better in life, right? They make better decisions in life. They're able to wait for better opportunities. They're able to, just hold off on the initial gratification of getting something to get something better later on. They actually went through and, tracked these kids as they grew up. So this is a real thing. And, whatever you're trying to do in this life, you're going to need to master delayed gratification. You're going to have to master saying no to the things right now to get what you want later on. Whether that's, money, you're going to have to say no to those nights out. You're going to have to say no to your friends to go drinking. You're going to have to say no to McDonald's or eating that pizza if you're trying to get your body right? These things take a long time to get, right? And you need this delayed gratification to succeed in life. I remember a quick story, my buddy, right? My buddy wanted a certain car. It was a CTSV, the Cadillac CTSV version 2. I think it was like a 2013, 2014 at the time. This was years and years ago. The supercharged V8. And it was like $35,000 at the time. And he told me, he was just like, man, I really want this car, but I only have $20,000. So I'm telling him, okay, sit down, stack your bread for another 2 years, and go get the car you want. What happens? He couldn't wait. So he went with the version 1, right? The V1 CTSV, which was the non-supercharged version of the car. He found one for like $19,000. So he went ahead and got that car. A year later, he got bored of that car. And then he ends up finding this guy with a Chevy SS. So the car comes with a V8, right? The Chevy SS, and the guy put a supercharger on top of it. So he was like, bet, I'll just get this car. Like, this is kind of initially kind of what I wanted. It's supercharged V8. And so my buddy buys the car from the guy, and he puts it on the dyno to get tuned, ends up blowing the engine up because the engine couldn't handle the power of the supercharger. So then he goes and spends like $6,000-$7,000 getting the engine rebuilt, all done up, put it back together, throws it back on the dyno. He's like, all right, we're good now. Runs the car on the dyno, the transmission gives out because it couldn't handle the power of the engine with the supercharger now, because it wasn't rated for that to begin with. And this is what happens when you do not have delayed gratification. It ends up messing your life up in the long run. Even when it comes to this investing thing, right? I'm big on investing. I'm big on crypto. And, people are asking me, right? Hey, man, is now a good time to buy such and such? And I'm like, listen, this is the plan. We're going to buy every month for the next 10 years. And as soon as I say 10 years, they fold. They're like, never mind, I'm good. And it's just like, bro, if we just do this, if we can sit down for a decade, right? I know that's a long time, but if we can sit down for a decade, we can be free for the rest of our lives. And they're like, nope, they fold. And then they go back to living their miserable existence, just scraping by. And I'm like, as soon as you tell somebody that it's going to take a little bit, as soon as you tell somebody that you're going to have to stay down for some years, they fold, man. They fold like a cheap beach chair, right? Like a love letter from the second grade. They just fold as soon as you say anything about delayed gratification. But that is where the success lies, right? It lies on the other side of waiting. It lies on the other side of staying down. It lies on the other side of staying consistent with your goals, staying consistent with your life. No matter what you're trying to achieve, man, you're gonna have to stay down. You're gonna have to learn the art of delayed gratification. That's where it all is, and nobody wants to do it today. Everybody's just like, nah, I'll just take whatever now. And then they're not even satisfied. They're not even happy. And then they want the next thing, and they want the next thing, and they want the next thing. And it's like, but you really wanted that. but you couldn't just wait until you got what you really wanted in life? I'm telling you. And it's so much more sweeter when you get it too. After you've waited, after you've put the time in, after you've put the delayed gratification in to get what you actually want, you appreciate it more. You love it more. You hold it for longer. You treat it better, no matter what that is, whether that's your body. It took me a while to get this body. I'm gonna treat it better. I'm not just gonna go eat whatever now. I know what it takes me to get this body. I know what it took me to get my dream car. I know what it took me to get free, to where I can do whatever I want to do and travel around the world. I'm not about to just, treat it like crap, right? Or your relationship, right? I know what I did to get this relationship, all the things that I had to put in place to get this relationship. I'm not gonna let it go. Everything is on the other side of waiting, staying down, staying consistent, being disciplined, and waiting for what you truly want in life. That's where it's all at, man. And just, it saddens me that so many people just can't do it today. They can't do it. And then they just sit there and they complain about this mediocre life that they have, when all they could just do is just sit down and just wait and stay down until they actually got what they wanted. But they refuse to do it. They can't do it. Again, I don't know if it's something you're born with. I do know it is something you're born with. I don't know. I think you can work on it though. I think you can make it happen. You don't just have to just settle, man. But it's going to require you sitting down. It's going to require you sacrificing. You might have to sit down for 5, 6, 7, 10 years. But it's so much sweeter when you get the things that you actually want in life. Telling you, everything is on the other side of delayed gratification. So yeah, man, I'm going to go ahead and leave that one there. Give your boy a like and subscribe if you're still in this thing. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.